Okay, good day at Ubon Dofort. I want to first of all say that it's a pleasure to be here. I'm glad you have me today on the program. So I'm actually very happy to share my little knowledge with you. Okay, so yes, the essence of the World Kidney Day. Okay, so this day, 9th of March, has been specifically set aside so that the public could be enlightened on the need to take care of kidney and to pay good attention to their kidney and also report any unusual signs or symptoms to appropriate medical professionals. If you look around the world today, the effect of the negligence of kidney care has actually brought a lot of consequences to a lot of people. We see so many people having a lot of kidney issues. We see a lot of cases where you would need a kidney transplant, surgeries, and the likes. So we just want to curtail all this. That is why the World Health Organization has actually set aside this day so that the public could be enlightened on this regard.
Wow, thank you very much. Actually, I have a very little knowledge about the World Kidneys Day, but from what you shared now, I think that throws more light on it. And sorry, I have another question. Why is it important to take care of our kidneys?
Oh, if you even imagine the lots of benefits or the function of the kidney, in fact, you will know the importance or why we should take care of the kidney. Now imagine this. Maybe your body is not able to excrete a lot of electrolytes like sodium, water out of your body. What will happen? You tend to have accumulation of these electrolytes in your body, and before you notice, you start swelling. You see a patient or someone starts swelling or starts, yeah. So that's actually as a result of the kidney is not actually doing its work properly. So it's very important to take care of these kidneys because the consequences we're talking about here. It's not funny at all. It's not funny at all. Or you can imagine a situation where a person cannot excrete waste products from the blood through the urine, which is a critical function of the kidney. Imagine what will happen. It will lead to a lot of blood infections. You see somebody having leukemia and the rest. Why? Because some of these waste products in the blood cannot be excreted in the urine, which is a very important function of the kidney. Now, the kidney have many other functions, like even regulating your blood pressure level. So if we do not take care of our kidney, if we do not do what is necessary, if we do not take the appropriate action today, realize that you would have these consequences that is not pleasing at all. So it's actually very important, like very emphasis on very important that we take proper care of our kidneys today. In the course of our discussion, I'm sure I'm going to throw more light on how we could actually do this. So it is actually very important so that we could avoid some of these medical issues, including kidney failures.
Thank you very much. And that actually leads us to the next question. How can we take care of our kidneys? Because I know we cannot actually see our kidneys, but how is it possible for us to take care of our kidneys?
I know that's actually a very important question. So someone will be asking, okay, fine, how can we do this? All right, so we look at number one, being hydrated. Stay hydrated as much as you can. Now, how do you do this? Simply drink plenty of water, okay? Now, you drink plenty of water so as to flush certain toxins out of your system. By flushing it, you're simply going to excrete it through your kidneys. So drinking water is very, very important. Don't underestimate the power of balanced diet. It's actually very, very important as well. And also, if you are a smoker, I'm going to say this again, if you are a smoker, now the time to quit smoking because it's injurious to your kidney. Alcohol intake is actually a risk factor to your kidney as well. So if you take too much of alcohol, I think it's time to curtail that. And then, curtailing is really much better. Then if to my listeners out there who do a lot of self-medication, now you have to listen to this. A lot of self-medication isn't good. Now, why do I say this? You take most of these medications and your kidneys are actually processing. Your kidneys is supposed to be excreting these drugs out of your body, the metabolite out of your body. Now, what happens when your kidney isn't doing the work it's supposed to do? Probably you're taking too much of it. And this just keeps accumulating. Your kidney can't excrete them out of your body. that will lead to a lot of complications. So if you do self-medicate, please stop it now. And then know how to manage your stress level well. Once again, always have a good regular kidney checkup. Now, there is no crime in always walking to any facility and then run a test. Just say that you want to do a kidney checkup. You know, it's not going to cost much. You're taking care of yourself, and that's what we are advocating. That's what we are trying to
Yeah.
preach. That's the gospel we are preaching today. That people, all of us, we should take our health into our hands now. Okay, these are just a few tips, and by the time you put all this into practice, you realize that although we cannot really control a lot, but at least the little we can do, we could actually do to better our health.
I think those are very much great advice or great suggestions, I would say, and I've actually learned a lot, and I believe other people will learn a lot too. Now, do you think it's possible for you and your team? I don't know if you have a team. I don't know if you have a team for outreach, but do you think it's possible for you and your team to organize a kidney checkup in your environment?
Now,
Is that really possible?
this this should have been possible if we have all the funds needed to get all the equipment ready. But right now, what I would say to my listeners out there is we have a lot of licensed facility which can handle this task. Okay, we have a lot of licensed facilities who can handle this. We have a lot of licensed laboratories, hospitals, clinics that can handle these tasks. So you could just walk up to any and then carry on the routine check. Now, why I would say this is preferable is because once you go through this test and you get your result, you'd always see a doctor handy who would actually, process the result and then give you
Yeah.
the needed help you would need, or yeah, the needed help you actually need at that particular point in time. So it's very necessary that I recommend that to everyone listening to this, make it a habit, make it a routine to walk up to any medical facility and do that. Now, my team and I, we are actually advancing to that, but for now, we just carry out some little outreaches, little medical checkups like
Wow.
malaria, typhoid, and some other. So, for those advanced levels of checkups, I would advise you visit a doctor or other licensed medical practitioners who could be of help to you.
Thank you very much. At Skinny Black, I actually hope one day I will attain your outreach, and you can actually advertise this on your blog on Steemit. You can advertise that anytime you have an outreach. You feel free to advertise it on Steemit, and I will also help you advertise it. And I would like to attend one of your outreach. Um, I have read your profile. I've actually seen a lot of different outreach which you and your team have organized some times ago. And I want to be one of the beneficiary, and I believe other people will also like to be beneficiaries of this. Since I call you on a very short notice, I would like to leave it here so that you can continue with your job. And I'm very much grateful for the little time you've given us on this interview. So, do you have any word for the Philistinians? What's your word, your last word for the Philistinians concerning kidney?
Okay. Now, first of all, let's recap the theme of this year's kidneys health campaign, and that is kidney health for all, preparing for the unexpected and supporting the vulnerable. Now, we understand that anything can happen to anybody at any point in time. I know very well we're not praying for anything to happen, but we should just expect it. So, how do you prepare for the unexpected? Like I said, if you've listened to our program tonight, I'm sure you have heard a lot of tips you've mentioned at the beginning or the onset of this program. So please try and look at how you could apply some of these tips and prepare for the unexpected in quote, while also supporting the vulnerable. How about those who are already having underlying medical conditions, those who are already at risk of having some kidney diseases? Now, this is not the time to stigmatize. This is not the time to start looking at them like you're soon going to die. So this is time for us to support them. Okay, try and give them the help they want. At this time, they need that help. try to be encouraging. So when we are preparing for the unexpected, I would also employ that we always support the vulnerable. Thank you very much, Atubong, for having me in this program
Thank you, and
tonight.
thank you for coming to our Steam TV. We hope to have you some other time. Thank you very much, and good night.
It's a pleasure.